Hi there, and welcome to my weekly vlog. Wow, what a ride! I'll tell you, it's just so remarkable. And there are some folks coming on, and I want to give a minute or two for people to come. It's just 5 o'clock Eastern time. And so, okay, let's see. So, here we are, and I am with Nora Carr. Nora, say hi.
Hi, everybody.
We had to figure out a way so that both of us could be here and you could see both of us. So, hi, KY Dairy Goats. How are you today? Welcome. Who else is here? Whoever's here, go ahead and put your hi. Hi, Patsy. Nice to see you. Um, usually Julie usually comes, and Marilee, and here's Marilee. Hi, nice to see you. And a few more folks are on their way. So anyway, Nora is a lipedema lady. And oh, there's my Bella. My Bella. Nora's a little allergic to cats, and so Bella's especially attracted to wanting to hang out with Nora. Uh, oh, that's so funny. She's been like that all afternoon. All right. Last June, I had a gathering here at my house where I just invited anybody, any of the lipedema ladies in the local area to come and meet. And we met on my deck and we had a wonderful time. Wasn't it great? It was so beautiful. And Nora came and we had a couple other women come as well. Barbara was here earlier today. But anyway, we had such a good time that we have been doing it. So that last June, and then we met in August, and then we met again today. So this is our, no, it's third or fourth, whatever, and third or fourth visit. And so Nora has been just an amazing, amazing story. So I asked her to come and to share it with you guys. And let's see who else is here. Um, hi, Jenny.
Hi,
Jenny, yeah, Jenny's from the UK. And Tara, hi, Tara. So let me give you a little bit of background, and then I want you guys to hear from Nora. So Nora has lipedema. And when I first met her, I looked at her and I said, "That's impossible. You can't have lipedema." She's tall and very thin. And then she showed me some of her photos, and she's down 130 pounds. And she just has had her second lipedema reduction surgery. So, I'm thinking that the best thing is for her to, first of all, to talk a little bit about her own story, but also to go into a little more depth about the surgeries because they've been life changing for her. So, Nora, a little bit about your story, and then we can talk about your surgeries.
So I'm Nora. I'm very grateful to Catherine, who is just a transformative person, and I'm very fortunate and grateful to be a part of everything. I'm local to Boston. I'm 44, and in retrospect, have had lipedema since I was a teenager. But in 2018, I had bariatric surgery. I had the sleeve, and after that, I lost about just under 110 pounds and noticed that my arms were not reducing. And I would go on YouTube to watch like vlogs from other people who had had the sleeve. And one day, one of those people said, "Oh, this is my journey with lymphedema and lipedema." And I thought, what is lipedema? And then, like every other person with lipedema, had that, oh my goodness moment. And so thereafter, in 2019, I got diagnosed. I made an appointment with Dr. Matthew Carmody, who I was told could diagnose it. And so I went, I saw him, I got the diagnosis. And then that year, I got married. And then later that year, my mom passed away. And then I work as a nurse practitioner. And so the pandemic hit, and I gained a lot of weight back and did not pay attention to anything lipedema related for years. And then in 2024, I had been taking care of my dad, who had a lot of health issues, and just was very overwhelmed and was not. I knew the lipedema was getting a lot worse, and even though I'd had my sleeve surgery, I gained like 85 pounds back. And then in around May, June of 2024, I saw my bariatric team to basically say, can I have more surgery, or what do I do about the lipedema? So then they said, well, what about going on Zepbound? And I wasn't familiar. And then they were like, well, what about the lipedema? And I said, I don't know what to do about it. And they said, oh, well, you can have surgery. And I said, well, I don't have that kind of money. And they said, no, insurance pays for it now. What? They what? So I went on the Zepbound, and then started the process of getting a paper trail to show that I had exhausted all of the conservative measures. And I was impressed at how the Zepbound really made a huge difference with the lipedema symptoms. And so then since 2024 until now, I've lost 110 pounds. So for those keeping track, like all of us lipedema people, it's not the 5 or 10 pounds, it's massive amounts. So anyway, like Catherine said, after a lot of back and forth with my insurance company, I had my surgery with Dr. Boris Volstein in New Jersey, who is a terrific surgeon and also a lipedema expert. Not just that he treats a lot of people with it, but he goes to conferences, he's in touch with, his peers. So I was very choosy about my surgeon. I talked to a few different people. So it meant that I had to go down to New Jersey and stay in New Jersey for a week after each surgery. So I have a total of 5. The first was the backs of my legs, and they took off about 7 pounds. Then just less than a month ago, I had the fronts of my legs and my lower torso, and that was about 5 pounds of tissue. And I should have said, I think I was a stage 3 before the surgery. And then next up is my arms. And then the final 2 surgeries that are covered by my insurance are the redundant skin excision on the legs and then redundant skin excision on the arms. And so I try to follow a low carb diet for the most part. I try to minimize my portion sizes, but I wouldn't say necessarily keto, but low carb for sure. I wear compression all the time. I sleep even in compression. I have a tactile compression pump that I use. And all of this has happened since 2024. It was first the Zepbound, then the compression pump, then low carb. Then I started doing more exercise. So yeah, I'm incredibly grateful. And we were just talking earlier, and I was saying how I've certainly lost weight in the past, but I always gained it back. And this is the first time where I lost the weight, and I viewed it less as I have to change my weight and more as I hate that I have lipedema, but using the diet and exercise is the best tool that I have to deal with the lipedema. And I think knowing that there are other people who have lipedema who have been in the same, relationship with food or relationship with their body, knowing that I'm just the same as anybody else with lipedema, it has made it possible for me to stick to things and, view things as beneficial, even if the weight isn't changing, although it has. But anyway, being able to have had the surgery, major game changer. And it's not right for everybody, and it depends on where you are in your life and what you've got going on. But I feel like really grateful that I had the surgery, healing well, insurance paid for it, and so that's my story.
And it's been quite a wonderful gift because we started to connect last June and we've been able to have a small local group where we've met regularly and support one another. So we've just been chatting nonstop since noontime. Barbara just left. Barbara is another woman who lives locally. And so she was here with us. Barbara, if you're listening on your way home, we're sending our love and missing you. We had such a great time today. Are there any support groups just for us Slippy ladies that explore herbs and alternative therapies? Yes, we have a support group called Tribe, and it is closed right now. It will be opening up at the beginning of the year. And if you just send me an email, I can send you some information about it. Uh, hold on. This is, and that's Lucy. Thanks, Lucy, for your question. And this is Becky. She just lost her main care in September and had to get insurance through my husband's job. How do I get the process going to get surgery? It's been a difficult process. That is a good question. We were just talking about insurance for over an hour. Can you give a short version on this?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start by saying that it's a tedious process, but it exists. There is a pathway to do it. It is tedious and it is annoying. But the way I say to anybody is to start by going and looking at your plan documents and like just do, control F, look, find for lipedema and see if they have a policy. And if they have a policy, it will say you have to show that this exists, and then we'll cover it. And so the first step is find out if the insurance has a policy for it. In terms of stuff to be doing, keep a paper trail. So like if you are wearing compression, save your receipts to show them, to say from this date, at least I've wear, and usually they want to see that you've tried compression, that you've tried diet, that you've tried manual lymph drainage, and that all of those are not sufficient. The other thing you should get is you should get a meeting with a physical therapist so they can do something called a functional assessment, where it's a paper trail thing where they just say, normally people should be able to walk up the stairs or do this or that. But in this person's case, it's impaired because of the lipedema. So those are the first starting things to be doing, is finding out, is there a policy, and laying the groundwork for a paper trail to show that not only is this impacting you in an objective way, but also are you trying things and they're not working. From there are, I'm not on Facebook, but there are Facebook groups that are exclusively for the purpose of telling people how to get through it and strategies. It gets not so much complicated, but everybody's insurance functions a little bit differently and everybody's situation is a little bit different. So it's hard to give you anybody a detailed answer on what's exactly going to happen. But those are the things that I would say are the very most important things to start with insurance. And it's a slog, but my mantra, and maybe this can be your mantra too, was whenever my insurance company would give me a hard time, I would be upset, I would cry, and then I would say, they have picked on the wrong person. They have messed with the wrong person. I don't care if they want to push back. I don't care. I will push back even harder because we are right. We have the right to surgery. And if the insurance company has a legal document that says that they cover it, then they will cover it. It's sort of, I don't know if other people are couponers, but if I have a coupon and the coupon is valid and they're trying to tell me it's not valid, it is valid. So I'm going to wait until I get it. So I would say you have to have at least a little bit of a attitude like that to deal with the insurance company. But just know that it's a tedious process. You're going to have a lot of phone calls with people who don't know. Oh yeah, I'll stop talking. But the other thing is, don't just go by phone calls. If you have to have a phone call about something, take down their name. If there's like a reference number, what was the time, what was the date? And the best thing, if you can, is to get somebody's email and only communicate through email, because that becomes a legal it's not like a legal document, but you can use it as proof. So if somebody says something in an email that says, oh yes, we'll do it, that's in writing. So if you are on the phone with people, as much as you can, try to get somebody's email and then just only communicate via email, because when you're talking to people on the phone, you're going to get 19 answers to the same question. So I'm sorry, I'm talking so much.
No, this
stop.
is good.
I'm gonna
No,
stop.
this is so good. Thank you so much, Nora. And Becky, the first thing you want to do is you're going to contact someone at the insurance company to find out what the policy is. Because there's a policy, a written policy on every procedure and everything. And lymphedema was granted policy coverage in many insurance companies because there was a class action suit a couple of years ago. So it's just something for you to start the research there. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invite you to do a fireside chat with us. Would you do that?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to host a fireside chat. This is November and we're coming into the holidays. I'll see how the holiday season goes, but maybe towards the end of like after Christmas and before New Year's. That week is usually a good time. And what company, what insurance? Blue Cross and Blue
Blue
Shield.
Cross Blue Shield of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And just to let you know, Blue Cross Blue Shield is different in every state. It's as if it was a different insurance company altogether.
Yeah. And so, yeah, we'll come up with a date and we'll find a time and we'll do a fireside chat. We do them. We just had one. We're going to have another one. We have mentors who have been working with someone asked about support groups. We have our tribe, which is our membership group. I need to, first of all, say thank you to Nora. So glad you're here. It's been an absolutely fabulous day. I want to take a moment, give me a moment. I want to, because we have a holiday support group starting up in, and I just have to find it. It's starting up tomorrow, and I want to, let me see, marketing funnels. Okay. I'm just looking for the right page so I can show you. Here it is. I found it. Okay. We have our holiday season, what we call CSIG. And a CSIG is a coaching special interest group. And I want to show you what it is because if you're not signed up for it, you have an opportunity to do that. Let's see. Here it is. The best version of yourself that you can possibly be during the holiday season. So we started doing these coaching special interest groups. Oh my God, years ago. And people just love them because what they are is a combination of knowledge, like we say all the time, knowledge is power. So we do some teaching and classes, but we do a group support session every week during the 4-week span of time. So this one, the focus is kind and gentle keto over the holidays, or low carb, or nutrition that works for you. And here, I'll put the link in the chat. Let me tell you that right now it's $100 off, so you can still sign up with the discount for it. Starts tomorrow. And here's the program schedule. We start tomorrow on the 19th with Siobhan Huggins talking about kind and gentle nutrition. I love that. We've gone through many hoops over a period of time, and we come to the point where that our food should be lovely. It should be delicious. It should be part of our lives that we enjoy. And kind and gentle nutrition is how we look at it. And then on the following Monday, November 24th, the nuts and bolts of low carb with Carrie Reedy, who is a functional medicine nutritionist, absolutely wonderful. And she'll go over what everyone needs to know. And then on December 1st, the impact of nutrition on lymphatics with Dr. Leslyn Keith. And in between those learning sessions, we have group coaching sessions. So, November 21st is the first one, which would be guided coaching and check in. And November 28th, staying grounded through the holidays, which is a challenge. It is a challenge for lots of different reasons. And on December 5th, we have finding joy and balance in everyday moments. And then we have a bonus session because I'm never ready to close out when we're done. So I always add something else in. So I'm adding in another session. And so that is going to be on December 8th. So we have a closing celebration and time for reflection. So Siobhan Huggins, Carrie Reedy, Leslyn Keith, and myself are your guides through it. And tomorrow in one day. So you can register now. And I am going to have to find, first of all, let me close this out. Okay. And yeah, the 17th is the start date. Yeah, it's the 17th. Did it say the 19th? Do I have to fix it?
I think you maybe said one, you meant the other.
Oh, okay. It's the 17th, which is tomorrow. And so, if you want to sign up, I can't find the link. So if you want to sign up, I'm putting it, you can just do support at lipedema-simplified.org. Oops, I didn't even spell it right. Let me get this so this is right. Lipedema. Yep, I got it. I just put it in there. There you go. Support at lipedemasimplified.org. And I'll be back in 1 second because I think I know where I might be able to get the link. Here it is. And I'm going to give you guys a special because here it is. Here's the link. And I'm going to give you one more thing, which is a coupon code. Okay, here's the coupon code. If you use this coupon code, yep, here it is. Here's the coupon code. C425, that stands for CSIG4, 2025, 150C. I don't know what that stands for, but you'll get an additional $50 off. So instead of 197, it'll be 147. So I just happened to find the email when I went to my email. So do come if you haven't already, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm always so glad to see everybody here. And oh my God, this will be so much fun to do something with Nora. So come to our fireside chat. Have a fabulous rest of your weekend, wherever you are, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Jenny, go to bed. It's like midnight, past midnight in the UK. So get some rest. And thank you all. And thanks, Nora.
Thank you very much, and good luck to everybody out there. Nice to see all your chats.
Yeah, really. Isn't this fun?
It is.
Okay. Bye.